Hi, I'm Michelle, and today I am making dark chocolate peanut butter energy bars. Craig and I have been working out a lot more lately, so the inspiration for this recipe comes from the need for needing quick, healthy calories and lots of protein. So we're gonna start by mixing our dry ingredients. I have 1 cup of oats here, and this is half a cup of ground flax meal. Just gonna incorporate these. Now we have half a cup of peanut butter. You can use any kind of nut butter that you're interested in. This would even work with a chunky peanut butter if you wanted. We later add nuts to give it some crunch, but chunky peanut butter would do that for you right away. There's a 1/3 cup honey. And of course we are adding vanilla, about 1 teaspoon or more. Get this combined before we add our dry ingredients. I'm mashing it a little bit to break up those wet spots to get the oats and flax really mixed in there. My dough has come together, and now I'm going to add some chopped nuts. You can add whatever kind of nut you're interested in. These are walnuts. I'm going to place this in the fridge so it's a little bit more firm before I try to mold it together, and that way it also won't be as sticky on my hands. This has been in the fridge for about 30 minutes, so now I'm going to form it into individual bars, put it on the parchment, and then I'll pop it in the freezer for a little bit so it's ready for the chocolate. So you're just really working with it and playing with it to make sure it's all sticking together and it's turning into the size or shape that you want. You can do these in balls, you can do them in larger bars, or whatever you want, really. Towards the bottom it's a bit more crumbly, so I just have to really press it together a lot more than I had been, and just keep working it. It's going to be a lot more crumbly and it's going to crack on you unless you keep working it to get all the ingredients incorporated together. These are going to head into the fridge to firm up before we dip them in chocolate. So I'm also going to get the double broiler going to heat up the bottom. That's the wrong one. To heat up the bottom so that we can melt the chocolate while this is getting set in the fridge. In order to make our chocolate less likely to melt in our hands and to have a little bit of a shine to it, we're going to do what we call tempering. And this is the hacky way to temper. You're going to add half of your chocolate into the double boiler, which is a pan with water in the bottom and then a bowl sitting on top, not touching the water, but floating above there. So you're going to do half your chocolate, you're going to let the chocolate melt down, and then you'll add your room temperature chocolate in it, and that's kind of how we'll get this chocolate tempered. All right. Remove this from the heat. And we will add in our solid chocolate. The heat of the chocolate, the melted stuff, will melt the hard chips right along with it. Once the chocolate's all smooth, we will take out our bars from the fridge and get dipping. I'm I'm going to use the cutting board here to collect any chocolate that drips to kind of prevent a mess from the counter. That's good enough for me. So you can let the chocolate set at room temperature, or you can place it in the fridge. I love this recipe because you can do so much with it and really make it your own. Instead of walnuts, use almonds or peanuts. Instead of flax meal, use oatmeal flour or whole wheat flour. Instead of peanut butter, use almond butter or sun nut butter, whatever you want. If you don't want the chocolate on top, leave the chocolate out entirely. Chop it up into pieces and mix it right in. If Craig had it his way, the whole thing would be covered in chocolate. So give this recipe a try, comment below, and let me know what you think about it.